This is my wife. Every week I sit down and watch as she sits down and plans out the meal she's going to make for me and the kids. She then has to spend about an hour painstakingly writing down every single ingredient she needs for those recipes so that she can go get them at the store. There has to be an easier way than this. What if I created a Python script where all you had to do was input the name of your recipe and then it gave you those ingredients, and not only that, but then it spit it out to Google Spreadsheets so you could print out a ready-made grocery list in 5 minutes. Easy, right? I've been learning basic Python lately from a very reputable source, so I got this. I'm ready for my own project now, right? Right? So that's what I did in this video, and I'm gonna walk you through all the steps I took to get there. The good times,
Yes.
and the not so good times.
Why?
And you can follow along too. I'm gonna put the GitHub link in the description below so that you can get the code and follow along yourself. Like I assume every coding project starts out, I was unrealistically positive for this one. So I sat down and started writing the script. And after trying for about 2 hours, I realized something. Moment of truth. Chicken and waffles. I don't know enough about Python for this. I thought I did, but I'm gonna need something more complex than what I can create. So I looked to the great coders that have gone before me to see if anybody else has had a similar idea. And that's when I found it. A great little project by Katie Zink titled Grocery List. Alright, I've been looking for a minute and I think I found it. There's this little article here by Katie Zink talking about the exact same issue. She has the exact same problem, how it takes her forever to compile her grocery list for the week. Actually, this is really interesting. So she is using the links to the recipe URLs instead of just the name of recipes. Seems like that'd be a lot easier. There it is, her code. You guys seeing this? Alright, so under Python, I made a new folder, ingredients, and that's where I went ahead and downloaded her code. Here it is. Now I need to create a text file containing all of the URLs inside of it. So next is to set the working directory to that new folder you just made. Import OS, new line, path, then your path location, and then on a third line, type out os.chdir parentheses path close parentheses. All right, now we're gonna run the following command: Python grocery.py. Okay, then we're gonna do open parentheses. I don't remember what you call this. Pac-Man guy. We're gonna do recipe underscore URLs .txt .rtf reverse Pac-Man and then closing quotations. All right, let's test it out. Ooh. So at this point, I was starting to feel pretty doubtful about the entire project. I mean, if I couldn't get Katie Zink's project to work in amazing code, there's no hope for me. I guess my wife is just going to have to spend 1 hour, 27 now, another 1,300 hours of her life just doing the grocery list. I'm going to have to tell her, and she's going to be crushed. She's going to lose all respect for me. But then, when all hope was lost, I noticed something. It's so obvious! ChatGPT! Why am I sitting here trying to get outdated code to work when I can just plug it into ChatGPT and have it fix the errors? So let's fire it up. Alright, so we got our new window open here. I'm just going to tell ChatGPT exactly what I want. I'm looking to help my wife. I need a Python code. The code will scrape the website for ingredients and print those out. So here we go. So I don't want to tell it the whole thing. I don't want to say print out the list, send it to Google Sheets, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to have it do one thing at a time, make sure it's working well, and then I'm going to kind of like piecemeal the rest of the tasks to it. So let's see what we got. Boom! I got my code. Okay, so awesome. It's using Beautiful Soup 4 to scrape the web, and it's asking if I want to input a specific website. So let's do that now. I'm up a new website here. Cool. I love some double chocolate chip cookies. So let's just grab this link here. Okay, I just pasted it in here and we got a specific code. Okay, cool. So yeah, it's saying that basically this script, I can run this code here and it's essentially going to ask me for recipe URLs. I'll input those, and it's going to give me the recipes. We'll hit function F5 to run this script. Okay. All right, here we go. So let's get the recipe URL again. Enter URL. And then it says right here, when you're done, type done. So here we go. Moment of truth. Okay. It clearly ran the script, but something went wrong. This is the power of AI. I don't know what just went wrong, but I can just ask AI. This might take a minute, so I'm going to take this home and figure it out tonight. So I spent hours doing this, working late into the night, and after a lot of trial and error, I realized that my script wasn't able to tell where the recipe container was inside of the HTML. To make it even more complicated, where the container is located is different from website to website, so there's no real way to guarantee the ingredients will be printed every time. So to combat this, I decided to implement the final step in creating your own script. So I can't write a script that allows me to enter any website in the world and get the ingredients. But I can choose one website with a massive recipe database and make any recipe from that one website work. So I looked around until I found bigoven.com, a website that claims to hold over 1 million recipes. Then I went back to ChatGPT, told it which lines held the ingredients list, and had it rewrite the code accordingly. Okay, here we go. I got a new code. It's scraping the web for Big Oven. And I got the code right here. So we're going to try this out here. Erase this and start over. We don't need it. It's useless to us because we have a new code. Function F5. Okay, we'll save over this bad boy. Here's the recipe and hit done. Yes! Oh, yes. We have a grocery list, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, this is fantastic. But we're not done yet because my wife can't take a Python script output to the store. She needs this thing printed out. But we're halfway there. Okay, this is awesome. All I have to do now is add a part in the script that sends the recipe ingredients to a Google spreadsheet for easy shopping. After lots of trial and error and trying to figure out Google's complicated spreadsheets, messing with APIs and all that, I actually got a working code. So here's a quick walkthrough on how to run the script yourself. First, you're going to want to go to the GitHub link in my description and download my code. bigoven_recipe_scraper_google.py. I already have it downloaded, but here it is right at the top for all you folks that want to impress your wives. Next, we're going to set up our Google API key. So if you open another tab here and just type in Google Cloud Console, go down and click on Google Cloud Platform. Then under this drop down on the top here, just create a new project. Name your project whatever you want and then hit create. Whatever comes to mind. All right, now that you've created your project, go down to this APIs and Services tab, click that, and then you're going to type out Google Sheets API. Hit enter to search, click on that first result here, and then you're going to click enable. It does take a second to load. Perfect. Okay, now that it's enabled, we're going to go over here to the top right and click Create Credentials. Okay, make sure Google Sheets API is selected here. Then go ahead and click on Application Data and click Next. So for your service account name, I just did grocery-list. Then you do your email. I did do my email, but then I forgot it's got to be at this @Indigo Nature whatever. So leave the @Gmail, @Yahoo, whatever off of the end of your email. And then basically the service description, it could be anything you want. So Prince grocery list. Easy enough. Then we're going to hit create and continue. You can skip this permissions by just hitting continue here. Okay, so then go ahead and click done to finish creating your account. So now we're going to find our service account in the list and then click on the keys tab. Okay, so down here under service accounts, you can see your newly created project here. On the right, if you click on these actions, you can click manage keys. Then we'll click add key, create new key. And we'll make sure to select JSON, create that. And then this is important. You're going to want to make sure you save that key somewhere you can find it. I found the easiest place is just to go into your actual project and just save it there. close that. The next step is to create a new Google Sheet here. So we're going to go down, create a sheet, blank spreadsheet. Now, you don't really need to go crazy filling this stuff out yet. Our script is going to do that for us. But we do need to name it. So first we're going to rename this thing. Ingredients list. You can name yours whatever you want. So I'm going to name mine. Hey, it's me from the future. I don't have a lot of time, but I have to tell you, you cannot name it whatever you want. You have to name it grocery_list. Capital G, capital L. It's in the script. It has to be that. There's no other option. All right, bye. I'm going to click share. Share this with the email address we created. If you go back to your grocery list here, it's this, whatever is in this is the email. Grocery-list-Austin T. Walker 226 at Indigo Nature, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to copy this, come over here, and I'm going to paste it in. Okay. Make sure you allow it editor access because that's going to enable your script to actually print out the message. So send that. All right, my camera cut out for a minute, but you should still be able to see my screen and audio. Sorry about that. I got too invested, missed the error. I hate my life. All right, so I'm going to open up my document here, go in and to my ingredients, and I'm going to run that Big Oven Recipe Scraper Google Sheet. Couple important things here. In this ingredient, I marked a section towards the bottom, I believe. Yes, this is where you change your home directory. You can see it right here. Let me open this up. So we're going to change path to your credentials.json to your actual computer path. So on Mac, you can figure this out pretty easily. If you click on your JSON file, right click that and click get info. Right up here at the top, it shows where Macintosh HD, users, Austin Walker, documents, Python, ingredients. I'm going to copy this whole path. On Windows, it's similar. I believe it's just like more info or get info, something similar. More information, something like that. I'm going to go back in here and I'm going to just copy paste that. Then the name of your actual like file, JSON file. All right, let's hit function F5, save that again. Then we'll recopy our recipe, paste that sucker in, type done. Why?
3 hours later.
All right, after a lot of trial and error. I mean, I could not figure out what was wrong with this code. I thought maybe it was the API that I did wrong. Maybe it was something in the code. Maybe something in the permissions. I looked and I figured it out. And don't worry if you're following along, because I'm going to come from the future and stop you from making the same mistake I did. I said earlier that you can name your Google Sheet anything you want. That was a lie. Turns out the code I had written was specifically included the name of the Google Sheet 3 times. So underneath this, this is where you can change your home directory. We have it listed here, grocery list. We have it listed down here, add grocery list items for ingredients in grocery list. And then down here we have print grocery list for ingredients in grocery_list. These lines of code were messing me up because if you remember, I named this something else like ingredients list, or maybe it didn't have the space, I forget now. It's literally been a whole day of me trying to solve this, but I did it. So without further ado, here we go. Grab the new recipe here, spicy fish taco bowls. Go back to our ingredients list here. We're gonna run the code, give it a URL, enter, type done. I'm kind of scared. Enter. Woo-wee! Okay, awesome. All right, so look at this. We have our ingredients listed out here, but then also on our Google Sheet, we got it. We have an actual list. Now this isn't pretty. It's all clunky in one column or whatever, but it's a functioning script, and I can take this sheet and actually print it out and take it to the grocery store. It's not the best, but it works. This is something I can improve on later. All right, so I think this is ready to take to my wife and test out. Come on.
All right, so what's the first recipe?
Steak and broccoli pasta.
I'll just do this one. It's close enough.
That's spaghetti.
Trust me, this is good.
Chicken parmesan. Chicken, broccoli, and rice casserole. That one down there? No. Bottom right.
This one?
Nope.
This one.
Yep.
Okay.
Crock pot, sloppy joes.
And last but not least,
Stuffed pepper casserole.
that one.
No, that, yeah, no, yeah.
All right. Now just type in done. When I hit enter, should do the ingredients and then send them over to the Google Sheet. I've never tested 5 before. Please. Oh. Check the sheet. Boom. There you go.
Wow, thanks, babe.
It's so stupid.
Now let me address one thing. A lot of people say that using AI for coding is cheating and that I won't learn any Python if I'm always using AI to help me write my scripts. Well, they are kind of right. But at the same time, I don't think there's anything wrong with using AI to bridge the gap between what I've already learned and what I just haven't learned yet. I'm fully intending to continue learning Python. It's not like I'm just not gonna learn it. I'm going through a course right now, trying to teach it to myself. But the amount of knowledge I need to complete something like this, to actually make a real world script to help save time, it's beyond me. I don't know how to do it. Using a tool like AI to help bridge the gap not only allows me to do stuff that I don't know how to do yet, but it actually taught me a lot. It kind of taught me like a bird's eye view of some of the abilities Python has, some things it can do that I didn't know were possible. It also showed me things I didn't think about, like using web scrapers and being able to enter line by line and typing done. So if nothing else, I hope this video taught you to just ignore the haters and just have fun with coding. Sure, I'm not a genius. I didn't figure this all out on my own. I don't get the pat on my back, but I did have a lot of fun doing this. And the feeling I got when I finally was able to run the script and it worked, I honestly could care less if I had to use AI to help me. I still learned a ton through this process, and it's honestly helping me learn. Anyways, thanks for watching the video. Make sure to use the script yourself and comment how much time you're gonna save in your lifetime from using this script. ChatGPT! It's obvious! It's so obvious! ChatGPT! ChatGPT! Duh!